What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today marks 7 years of making videos on this channel, and I wanted to talk about 7 things I've learned over these 7 years. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Try out some G Fuel Energy Formula, $5 off your first order by clicking the link in the description. And of course, make sure to go and get your up to 12 free fractional shares by downloading Webull and funding your account any amount, even as little as a penny. For every friend you refer, they're going to give you more free stocks. And for the month of February, time is running out, by the way, they're going to give you a spin on the Webull wheel, which guarantees you at least 1 free share of Google, with the chance of winning all the way up to 20 free shares of Google. Each share is worth about $95 as I'm recording the video. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Time is running out. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. Take them, sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash to buy whatever you want. We will link in the description. All right, so today, as this video is being posted, it is February 23rd, 2023. Now, this particular date is pretty important to the channel because on February 23rd, 7 years ago, I posted this channel's very first video. Now, back then, this was not a financial entertainment channel. This was not a channel that talked about silver, gold, stocks, the economy, things going on in the world, and just personal finance in general. This channel was created before I discovered all of those things. This channel was originally a vlog channel, and many of you know that I have 2 YouTube channels. I mentioned it before. It's called Mykie DYDSS 2. That was originally my main channel. That channel's older than this one. And over there, I used to post videos maybe once or twice a month. I worked my way up to once a week, and they were very, very different types of videos. But one thing that I learned was that it's not so much making videos that I like, it's editing videos. It was like almost therapeutic in a way. I like the editing process. It's fun to me. I enjoy it, and I get a great sense of satisfaction watching the finished product for the first time. It's a piece of art, I like to think of it as. And I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this once a week or a couple times a month. I want to be able to do this every single day. So let me create a second channel where I can just film my day-to-day life and things that are going on in my world so that I have an excuse to edit a video every single day. Now, in my first video ever, I said I was going to do it a couple times a week and work my way up to every single day, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, I hit the ground running, and I've posted a new video every single day for the last 7 years. Weekends, holidays, I have not missed a single day. Not once in 7 years. Saying that out loud sounds ridiculous. I don't know how that was possible. But I haven't missed a day in 7 years. And over the course of those 7 years, the channel has evolved in a couple of different ways. So I want to skip over the first couple of years because the first couple of years it was really just talking about and just showcasing my life. But eventually, toward the end of 2017, I discovered silver. And I remember posting my very first video about silver. Hey, I just got my first silver round, which at the time I was so ignorant I called it a coin. I didn't know there was a difference. My very first piece of silver ever. And for whatever reason, that video performed much better than the vlogs I was posting back then. I post a vlog the next day, maybe the following day, same as usual. Then I'd post another silver video, and all of a sudden, that momentum came back. So I started going back and forth. Vlog today, silver video tomorrow. Vlog the next day, silver video the day after that. And surprise, surprise, the silver videos were always doing better. 10 times out of 10, they were doing better than the vlogs. So this told me 2 things. Number 1, I'm enjoying making silver videos more than I'm enjoying making vlogs. And 2, the people are enjoying watching the silver videos more than they enjoy watching the vlogs. So let me do even more silver content. So that was the first thing that I learned. It was I learned about silver. I discovered silver. I started stacking silver. And I knew that I could stack gold as well. I knew that my preference between the two metals was absolutely silver and still is silver. And that's all I was stacking for the first couple of months. The second thing I learned, or the second thing that I discovered in the 7 years was, surprise, surprise, gold, the beautiful yellow metal. I picked up my very first piece of gold a couple months after I started stacking silver, and the sole reason for that decision was simply to diversify. I knew that I wasn't going to become a hardcore gold stacker. I knew that I wasn't going to be putting my life savings into gold. I knew that I didn't want to transition away from silver altogether. I wanted like a majority of my stack to be silver. But I did want to pick up a little piece of gold every now and then. I knew that it would give me an interesting video to make every now and then. I knew I'd have something different to look at. Gold is just such a gorgeous metal, and I knew that I wanted my piece of the pie. So I picked up my first little piece of gold simply for diversification, and I've picked up quite a bit of gold over the last 7 years as well, or I'm sorry, over the last 5 years, because that's how long I've been stacking precious metals. I started the channel 7 years ago. I started stacking 5 years ago, if that makes sense. So that was the second thing that I learned, or the second thing that I discovered. Gold. I finally stepped into the beautiful yellow metal territory, and I've been stacking both metals ever since. Primarily silver, but a little bit of gold on the side. I understood the importance of diversification, and at the end of the day, finance and what makes sense and what's the smartest thing to do, all that to the side, it was fun. I enjoyed stacking both metals, so that was the second thing that I discovered. The third thing that I discovered was credit and the importance of building credit. And like I said earlier in the video, the channel has slowly evolved over the last couple of years into more and more and more of a well-rounded finance channel. So the third thing that I had learned was credit and the importance of building credit. And not only that, I learned that I could save a ton of money while simultaneously building my credit. I can get a whole bunch of cash back in the process while building up my credit to the point where if and when I ever need to make a large purchase and I'm going to finance something, like for example, I don't know, a house. I know that if I have fantastic credit, I'm going to be paying less in interest than a majority of other people out there who have fair credit or bad credit or whatever. I know the people that have the best credit pay the least. So that's why I started building my credit, and I slowly started to realize that I could get a whole bunch of money back just for simply making purchases that I need to purchase anyway. And I have a variety of different credit cards. There are two in particular that are my favorites and ones that I recommend just because I know for a fact that they help me the most and they can help a lot of other people the most. Let me do a quick little explanation of each. I'll make this very, very fast. The first one is the Discover It Cashback Card. Gives you 5% back on rotating quarterly categories, 10% back during your first year because they match all of your cash back. Right now it's grocery stores. Next category, next quarter, it could be gas stations maybe, or PayPal transactions, or Amazon purchases. It's always something different, and it's always something practical. And if you apply for the card and get approved for it through my link, which by the way is really easy because it's a beginner card, you and I each get a $100 statement credit, so that link will be in the description. And the other card is the Capital One Saver One. This one is like, I consider it the date night card because it gives you 3% cash back on groceries year round, but it also gives you 3% cash back on entertainment, which means pretty much anything: concert tickets, going to a baseball game, basketball game, going bowling, movies, whatever you want. 3% back on entertainment, anything that falls under the umbrella of entertainment, and also 3% back on restaurants. So this means sitting down in a restaurant and dining there. It also means takeout. It also means Uber Eats. It goes for anything. Fast food, whatever. 3% back on all of that. And the cool thing about this card is that if you spend $500 in your first 3 months, they're going to give you a $200 bonus. So the $500 that you spent, if you think about it, was really only $300 spent because you got a $200 discount on what you spent $500 on, which is pretty awesome. So if you want that, the link will be in the description as well. Capital One, Saver One. Those are my two favorite credit cards that I use, while simultaneously building my credit, setting myself up for success. If and when I'm ever able and willing to buy a house, I'm going to be paying a whole lot less in interest, and I get a whole bunch of cash back and bonuses in the process. So it's been a fun journey discovering and evolving into in the credit space. The fourth thing that I learned was during the collapse of 2020. Businesses completely got butchered. Massive corporations took a major hit. Colleges took a hit. Regular jobs took a hit. Planet Earth took a hit. But what was weird was the exact opposite happened to me. Now, I was a college student at the time, and I was also working 3 jobs at the time. My regular job, a part-time job, and a seasonal job. 2 of those 3 jobs took a hit, and my college took a hit as well. But for whatever reason, actually there's a logical explanation behind this. My YouTube channel, the exact opposite happened. My YouTube channel blew up during that time and did the best it had ever done at that time, like 50 times over. 2020 was just like an explosive year for me. And it's because, here's number 4, I discovered financial entertainment. I didn't even realize that's exactly what I had been doing these years. But during a worldwide collapse where people need 2 things. Number 1, they are looking for ways to make money or save money or learn about different ways that money works. That's the finance aspect. And then the other half, entertainment, where people are forced to stay home. They got their job shut down. They're getting stimulus checks, and they have nothing to do all day. They're being told by the government, don't go outside, you might get sick. Stay away from everyone. Cover yourself in hand sanitizer and wear cover your face. People are, stuck at home. They can't go anywhere. Their job is shut down. They can't go to work. They can't go to the movies. The movie's shut down. They can't do this. That's shut down. They can't do that. That's shut down. Everything was shut down. They couldn't go anywhere. They were stuck at home. House arrest, essentially. So they needed the second half of that financial entertainment thing. Entertainment. They needed things to watch. They needed content to consume. They needed an outlet. They needed something to pay attention to. So it was just the perfect storm. And I feel almost guilty for saying this because 2020 was such a disastrous year for most people, but it was the best year of my life at the time. 2021 was even better. 22 was even better than that. And 2023 is looking like it's getting off to a good start where I might actually top 2022. So it's gotten better every single year. But 2020 is when everything exploded. And that's when I discovered that what I'm offering and the value that I bring to the marketplace is financial entertainment during a time where people need to increase their financial IQ and have a form of entertainment. The 5th thing that I learned should have actually come before number 4, but I'm putting it as number 5 just because that's when I really started to understand. Discovering the stock market. Now, I learned about this, or I got involved in the stock market toward the end of 2019. So it was before the crash, but it took me until after the crash to really understand what type of investor I am and what my goals actually are and articulate my thought, and not only that, get a grasp on how to do fundamental or technical analysis and how to evaluate a particular stock and what to look for and how to go through earnings reports and just get a better understanding of how to actually invest in a smart way and not just YOLO your life savings into a stock and hope it goes to the moon and just, kind of gamble. That's gambling. I'm not gambling, I'm investing. And it took me a couple months, like 6 months, to actually stop, quote unquote, dabbling, because that's what I refer to it as. I really wasn't investing at all. I was putting a little bit every here and there. But it wasn't until after the crash of 2020 where I actually decided, okay, you know what? I'm confident enough to become aggressive. I'm confident enough, I'm knowledgeable enough to actually become serious about investing and build some real deal, long-term, stable, sustainable wealth. And one of the stock trading platforms that I use, I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, it's Webull. It's the one that I use the most. It is this one right here. If you download the app and fund your account, any amount, even as little as a penny, they're going to give you up to 12 free fractional shares. My link will be in the description. And for every friend you refer, they're going to give you more free stocks for the referrals. And right now, for the month of February, if you make referrals, they're going to give you a spin on the Webull wheel, which guarantees you a free share of Google with the chance of winning all the way up to 20 free shares of Google. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Time is running out. If you don't want the free stocks, go and get them anyway. Take them, sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash. Do whatever you want with. Webull, link in the description. The sixth thing that I learned kind of goes hand in hand with the stock market, because it's part of the stock market, but index funds. That's what I started to learn about later on down the road. The entire year of 2020, I was focused on stocks. 2021, I was focused on stocks, but in 2021, that's when I started taking more of an index fund approach, because I had realized, I read this quote, I don't know where it's from exactly, but they said, don't bother or don't spend time looking for the needle in the haystack, just buy the whole haystack, the needle's in there. So I interpreted that in a way where, hey, that makes sense for index funds. You don't have to look for a particular stock. You don't have to put all of your capital into a particular stock or a handful of stocks, and even if everything is going right now and everything is in line, if all the stars are aligned for those particular stocks to continue doing well, all it takes is that, the blink of an eye, just 1 second for management to screw something up, and then the whole company gets shaken up and the stock price goes down, or anything can happen with a particular stock. So index funds, on the other hand, it's a whole basket of stocks. The S&P 500, it's the one that I like to reference the most. 500 of the biggest, best publicly traded companies in the United States, all in one. So you don't have to do any research at all. You can do a grand total of 0 research. And on average, it returns about 8% annually. On average, you're going to have better years than that. You're going to have worse years than that. 2021, we were up 25%. 2022, we were down 16%. Every year is different, but on average, it returns about 8% annually, adjusted for inflation, with dividends reinvested. So that's what I started to learn about. And it's also when I got involved, or when I opened up a Roth IRA. Now, my Roth IRA, I'm going to keep this short because, retirement accounts, people think this is boring, but my Roth IRA is completely customized by myself, and it's made up of 4 different index funds, one of which is the S&P 500, one of which is a total U.S. market index, one of which is an international index, and one of which is a bond market index. So it's a little bit of everything. Absolutely everything, all in one. And the way I have it structured, it's not, 25%, 25%, 25. That's not how it is. I have it set up in a very specific way, and I designed it this way on purpose, and I plan on continuing to keep it that way long term. And I make weekly contributions. Every time I get a paycheck from my job, I take a small piece of it and I put it right into that Roth IRA. And right now, the maximum contribution you can make for this year is $6,500. So if you want to... Oh, what do you know? That's my stock market opening up alarm. I apologize. But for those of you who do not know, if you take $6,500 and break it down to weekly, that's $125 a week. If you can afford to do $125 a week, you can afford to max out your Roth IRA this year. But you don't have to max it out. You could do $100 a month and still come out way better than the people who don't have one at all. But that was the 6th thing that I've learned over the course of my 7 years. Index funds and the importance of a Roth IRA. Now, the seventh thing that I learned is a little bit more on the unfortunate side. The summer of 2022, just last year, less than a year ago, like 9 months ago, I became incredibly frustrated with certain videos that I was making. I was not making really any videos at all about the stock market or credit. It was all 100% silver and gold videos, and I'd make Q&A videos, and I'd make a post and I'd say, hey, I'm going to make a Q&A video, ask me some questions. 10 times out of 10, the questions I already answered 15 times in 15 videos of the past. So I was like, man, I need to revamp. I need to figure out something new. So I decided I wanted to take a 2-week break off of the internet. So I wrote down 14 video topic ideas, just 14 video titles. I sat down, I hit record, and I filmed 14 videos right then and there. I uploaded them privately, and I scheduled them to post one every day for the next 14 days so I can go the next 14 days without even having to think about filming, editing, or uploading anything at all. I can have 14 days to myself to figure some stuff out. Now, unfortunately, I almost wish I didn't do that, because I learned one thing during that 2-week break, which was I don't like being on the internet as much as I thought that I did. And here we are, February 23rd, 2023, hitting that 7-year mark. Now, that break that I took was over the summer. Like I said, it's been about 8-9 months probably. I decided I wanted to finish that year strong, and I did. And I remember telling somebody last year, before I even decided to take a break, I said, I want to take the entire month of January 2024 off. Because somebody was telling me, they're like, man, you need to slow down. Like, you're doing this every single day. It's not just videos. You do everything that you do. You do it on a daily basis. No days off. You haven't had a single day off in 7 years. At the time, 6.5 years. And I said, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a month off. And they said, when? And I said, January of 2024. And they're like, that's a year and a half away. And I said, yeah, that's when I'll take my break. And I still stand by that. January of 2024, I want to take a complete break, an actual break. No, I will not be sitting down and making 31 videos in advance so that I have everyone. Nope. I'll be on vacation that month. And there will be a new video February of 2024. But I finished last year strong. I could have taken some time off in January. But I decided, I was like, you know what? Why break the streak now when I'm about to hit the 7-year mark? Why kill the streak now when I just have to go until February 23rd, 2023 to say that I went 7 years of making a video every single day without missing a day? And here we are. I did it. 7 years, no breaks. 7 years, no days off. 7 years of 7 videos a week, every week, for 7 years. 365 videos a year, one every single day for 7 years. You have any idea how absurd that is? I don't know how long I'm going to keep doing daily. I will not forever, that's for sure. I will keep the videos coming, but there's no way in the world daily videos are sustainable. I don't think that they were ever sustainable, which is why it's like a miracle from God that I've been able to do it every single day for 7 years and figure out how to do it without conflicting with my schedule and everything else that I do. But here's the thing. The end of March, I'm actually being transferred from my job to a different location. I'm being offered a promotion. And it's a little bit more of a distance, a little bit more of a drive to get there and get back. And that's also right around the time that I'm going to be starting this other side hustle business that I really want to try out and really make something of. So I'll keep doing the daily videos as long as it's sustainable and as long as I can. But I feel like I hit my goal. I feel like I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish here, and I'm going to keep it going because I enjoy making videos. I just don't know if making 365 videos a year is actually a requirement. I don't think it really matters. So at some point in the near future, I will drop it down from 7 to something. I don't know, 5 or 3 or whatever. Or maybe as many as I want. Maybe on my day off I'll film 3 videos, and that week there will be 3 videos. Maybe I'll film 5 videos that day, or 7 videos. Who knows? I'll figure that out. But I no longer feel obligated to keep the streak going. The streak will continue for however long it continues for, but when the streak ends, it ends. It's fine. Fine with me. And I would assume it's fine with most people. No one's paying me to make videos every single day. They're like, hey, you're doing less work for me. I don't think that matters. I don't think anybody really cares. And I think most people would probably realize that if I focus a little less of my attention on quantity, the quality would probably go up. So anyway, those are 7 things that I've learned over the last 7 years on this channel. New video every single day for the last 7 years. I learned about silver. I learned about gold. I learned about credit. I learned about financial entertainment. I learned about stocks. I learned about index funds and Roth IRAs, and I learned that I need to change something. I learned that I need to revamp and restructure what it is that I'm doing and figure out what makes the most sense and what direction I should take everything in. And anyway, those have been the last 7 years in a nutshell. Thanks for tuning into this video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all the support over the last 7 years, especially over the last 5 years, because that's how long I've been making these finance videos. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know. What have you learned from any video that I've ever posted? I'd appreciate you letting me know. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Try out some G Fuel Energy Formula, $5 off your first order by clicking the link in the description. Over 50 different flavors to choose from. This one's Bahama Mama, and I definitely recommend it. And of course, make sure to go and get your up to 12 free fractional shares by downloading Webull and funding your account any amount. You can deposit as little as you'd like, even as little as a penny. It still works, it still counts. You still get your up to 12 free fractional shares. For every friend you refer, they're going to give you even more free stocks. For the month of February, time is running out. They're going to give you a spin on the Webull wheel, which guarantees you at least 1 free share of Google, worth about $95 as I'm recording the video, with the chance of winning all the way up to 20 free shares of Google, about $95 per share. You're guaranteed at least one, so you're walking away a winner no matter what. Don't pass up on an opportunity. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. Take them, sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash to get whatever you want. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Time is running out. Webull, link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down in the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to any of the 7 things that I've learned over the last 7 years, have you learned anything about those 7 key points as well? What have you learned about silver? What have you learned about gold? What have you learned about credit, financial entertainment, stock market, index funds, Roth IRAs, and everything else that I mentioned? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.